10,000 years ago, the ice melted. Rivers carved new paths through the barren earth, and in the land between two great rivers, humanity began to build something new. This is the story of Sumer, the world's first civilization. Sumer lay in the southern heart of Mesopotamia, the land between two rivers, the Tigris and the Euphrates, in what is now southern Iraq. Around 4,500 BCE, people settled here permanently. They tamed the wild floods with irrigation canals, turning desert into fertile farmland. From these villages grew the first cities on earth: Uruk, Ur, Lagash, Eridu, and Kish, each one a world of its own, with walls, temples, rulers, and gods. In time, these cities were ruled by kings, called Lugul, meaning big man. At first, they were chosen only in times of war, but power has a way of staying. Soon, kingship was seen as divine, a gift from the gods themselves. Uruk, one of the greatest, held nearly 50,000 people, the first true urban society. They had laws, taxes, temples, and written records, all carved on clay tablets. Around 3200 BCE, the Sumerians changed the world. They invented writing. They called it cuneiform, wedge shape. At first, it counted grain, cattle, and trade. But soon it recorded prayers, laws, and poetry. And from their tablets came the Epic of Gilgamesh, the first great story ever told. A timeless tale of friendship, heroism, and the search for immortality. The Sumerians believed their world was ruled by gods, and the god of the sky, Enlil, lord of wind and storms, Enki, god of water and wisdom, Inanna, goddess of love and rule. Each city was built around its god's temple, a ziggurat rising toward the heavens, a sacred stairway between heaven and earth. To live was to serve the gods, to farm, to build, to worship. The afterlife held no paradise, only a dim underworld where souls wandered in shadow, a somber echo of the life they once knew. Sumer was alive with trade and craft. Its markets overflowed with copper from Oman, lapis lazuli from Afghanistan, and cedar wood from Lebanon. Society was layered, priests and nobles at the top, then merchants and farmers, and at the bottom, slaves and laborers. Education was prized. Schools called it Dubas trained young scribes, a privilege reserved for the elite. They were the memory of civilization. The Sumerians were not only builders, they were thinkers. They divided the circle into 360 degrees, created the 60-minute hour and the 12-month year, systems we still use today. They mapped the stars, built the wheel, and invented the plow. Their mathematics, medicine, and architecture became the foundation for all civilizations that followed. To keep peace and fairness, Sumer's rulers wrote laws. The Code of Ur-Nammu, one of the world's oldest legal codes, predated Hammurabi by centuries. It spoke of theft, marriage, slavery, and injury, and introduced the radical idea that justice itself was divine. By 2000 BCE, the glory of Sumer began to fade. Wars, droughts, and shifting rivers took their toll. The Akkadians and Babylonians conquered their cities, and the age of Sumer ended. But its spirit lived on. Writing, law, astronomy, time itself, the very idea of civilization was born here. The Sumerians may have vanished 4,000 years ago, but every word we write, every hour we count, every dream of the city is their legacy. This was Sumer, the cradle of civilization. If you want to explore more insights from history's greatest minds and ancient wisdom, hit that subscribe button. We are just getting started.